Once again, Destined to be Goblin goes international. This time we've got international chocolate. We are making several stops around the world, so join me. Hello, Goblins and Goblinettes. Welcome back to another edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin here. This is where I will try a food product of some kind, maybe something you didn't even know existed, and I will decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. Monster Mug is ready to go with some nice cold water there as a palate cleanser because we are taking a trip around the world right now. We are making several stops and we are trying chocolate candy all along the way. All right, in no particular order, our first stop today is going to be Germany. This is a product of Germany. This is called Ritter Sport. This is dark chocolate with marzipan. This is 160 calories for 5 pieces. So I'm assuming there's probably little squares inside there. Fine European chocolate made with quality ingredients. Let's open this one up and let's see what these look like. Now I picked all of this stuff up in several different locations. I got some of it at my international market. I also got some of it in my regular grocery store. If you look in most of your regular grocery stores, you're going to find an international aisle. They are starting to carry more and more products that are imported from around the world. So there is a look at those squares, just like I thought that might be divided into squares. It says five pieces are a serving. So an entire row and then one more. That makes up a serving. So again, this is dark chocolate with marzipan. There is a look at it sort of broken off that main bar. Let's break it off a little bit further even, and let's just try one of these pieces on its own right there. Again, this is called Ritter Sport. That is a very strong dark chocolate. If you're not a fan of dark chocolate, if you don't like a very, very dark chocolate, I don't know what the percentage is on that. I'll take a look and see if I can find a percentage. But that is definitely a very deep chocolate on there. The marzipan doesn't really contribute a lot to the flavor because it sort of gets overwhelmed by the bittersweet flavor of the dark chocolate. So the marzipan, I think, is there more to provide texture than anything else, but it's a nice chew. I don't actually see a percentage of the chocolate on here. The only thing that mentions a percentage is 100% of the finest marzipan filling. But it would not surprise me if this was upwards of 60, 70% dark chocolate, maybe 80%. So that's a pretty good quality candy bar right there. That is a nice flavor. That was our offering from Germany. All right, board the plane. We're moving on. Now we're going to make a quick stop over in Australia. And here we have Violet Crumble. So this is a product of Australia. This is delicious shattering candy honeycomb. Not exactly sure what that means, but we are about to find out. This is 130 calories for this entire bar. All right, so there is a look at the Violet Crumble. Delicious shattering candy honeycomb. Interesting. Here we go. Sushi has joined me now. Of course, I have to keep all of this away from him because this is all chocolate. This one might be an acquired taste. And the thing with this one is the texture. This inside is sort of like malted milk. So if you like something like a malted milk ball, something like that, you get that when you bite into it, you get that whole piece that sort of breaks off and then it actually kind of dissolves in your mouth. It's a good flavor. It's nice and sweet. It does have sort of a honey flavor to it. I am not a big fan of malted milk, so this one is not necessarily for me, but you may enjoy if you like malted milk, if you sort of like that texture, you might enjoy this one. And that one actually says It's the way it shatters that matters. Okay, that one was from Australia. We are moving on. Now we're going to make a quick stop in Canada. You can see right there, proudly prepared in Canada. These are called Coffee Crisp. This is actually made by Nestle. You can see it right there. This one is not in English whatsoever. So 260 calories for 1 bar. So there we go. Don't know a whole lot about this, except it says makes a nice light snack and original recipe. That's really all that it says on there. This one is called Coffee Crisp. Okay, so again, just one long entire bar, no pieces, no segments, anything like that. This one definitely looks like milk chocolate. This has to be milk chocolate. Coffee Crisp, here we go. It's a wafer. I do like the chocolate on this one. I think it's a good flavor milk chocolate on it. It has a coffee flavor to it, obviously. But it's not an overpowering coffee flavor. You get a nice crunch with the wafer in there, and pretty good flavor overall. All right, again, that one was called Coffee Crisp, and that was our lone offering from Canada on this go-around. Okay, now we're heading over to either Puerto Rico or Peru. Now, I realize that's not exactly the same thing, but it's a little hard to understand exactly where these originate from. These are called panky. They are wafers with vanilla flavor, cream filling, and chocolate candy coating. So there you go. Similar, we got a theme going on here, I think, with some wafers. 90 calories for 1 wafer. Okay, so these are individually packaged inside of that larger pack. I kind of like that. So it looks like maybe this branch, this is a Nabisco product. It looks like maybe this branch of Nabisco is based in Puerto Rico, but it looks like maybe the product is actually prepared in Peru. So there's a look at a panky. You can see that it has that wafer with the pattern right there with the chocolate all over the top of it. Let's go ahead and try this one. Vanilla cream with a chocolate coating. Ooh. Powerful vanilla flavor. And when I say powerful vanilla flavor, I mean that, and this is really saying something, the vanilla flavor is so strong that it actually overpowers the chocolate. These are pretty good. Nice crunch from the wafer, nice and light. If you like vanilla, you're gonna love this. If you don't like vanilla, you are not gonna like this at all. It's really interesting that the dominant flavor on that is vanilla. Back on the plane, heading over to Turkey. All right, we've got 3 offerings from Turkey. We're gonna start with Tadel. I guess that's how you say that. Okay, this one has absolutely no English whatsoever on it. So I can't even give you calorie counts or anything. And I don't even know what the flavor is supposed to be on this one. So we're just gonna go ahead and try this and see what we get. Oh, this is white. This is a white chocolate coated bar that actually cracked. So there we go. There's a chocolate center of some sort, and it has a white chocolate coating on it. Just gonna try this piece. Ooh. Oh. It's one of my favorite flavors, and if you have been following me for a while, you probably know what it is. No, not pickle. It's actually hazelnut, and Turkey should have been the tip-off. Most hazelnuts are actually imported from Turkey. Most hazelnut products, the hazelnuts are actually grown in Turkey. So we're going to move on to our second one here, and I don't think I'm even going to have to do a palate cleanse on this one because it's another Tadel product, and you can see this is bitter. So I'm not exactly sure what that means. Maybe it means it has a dark chocolate. This package also has no English on it whatsoever. So we'll just go ahead and open this one up and give this a shot. And it does look like that is the case here. It looks like we have a dark chocolate and probably with a hazelnut filling. Here we go. Okay, these are interesting, and I'll tell you why. This one, being covered in the white chocolate, is very predominantly hazelnut flavor. You definitely get that full hazelnut blast in this. This one is so packed with hazelnuts. You taste the dark chocolate, obviously. You get those bitter notes from the dark chocolate, but the hazelnut really stands up on its own because there's so much of it there. Both of these have those nice pieces of the hazelnut in there, so that kind of gives you a nice crunch. It reminds you that you're eating a hazelnut product. These are very good. All right, we're going to cleanse the palate. We have one more product from Turkey. Okay, this one's called Pop Kek. This is a cocoa-coated cake with chocolate sauce. This one has nutritional information. We do have some English on this package. This is 190 calories for one cake. So this one is not quite a candy. Well, I guess it's sort of a combination of a candy and a cake. But this one is called Pop Kek. This is actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. So there it is. It looks like a little football. Look at that. There it is right there. It's got chocolate on the top and on the bottom. And then you've got that cake right there in the center. This is interesting. Here we go. This would be awesome with a glass of milk. I actually didn't get very much of that center filling on that bite. I sort of got right to the center filling. But the cake is very moist. It has a nice sort of vanilla flavor to it. The chocolate it is very prominent. It's a good chocolate flavor on it. I like this a lot. This would be great with a glass of milk. That chocolate center gives you an extra burst of chocolate. That's a very good flavor. That might be my favorite one so far out of all of these. One more stop, we are going to Italy. All right, our last stop, we are in Italy. I have been to Italy. I don't remember ever seeing these there, but these are called Cano Snacks Choco Parties. So look at just how unusual this one is. This is, let's see, 140 calories for this little package right here. And there is a little description on here. We have a delicious wafer cones with caramel cream and colored mini candies. So let's see. First I have to figure out how to open this. Looks like maybe, there we go. We just sort of, oh, I see. The top just pops right off. So it's sort of like a little ice cream cone that's made of candy. I actually got two of these because I thought they were really cool. So it is a regular little ice cream cone there, and you can see the little candies on the top. Now, believe it or not, I did not pick this one up at an international market. I actually picked this one up at Publix. So again, like I said, you never know what you're going to find if you just really look around. I went down the international aisle in my local Publix, and lo and behold, I found these, and I think these were only like 99 cents. Let's try it. Here we go. Wow. That is basically a chocolate-filled tiny little ice cream cone with M&Ms on top. But very, very good chocolate. This is great. This is fantastic. This whole round of stuff that I tried here, all these different countries, all these products from these different countries, I'm going to give this whole round a 3-star seal of approval. These are fantastic. All right, there we go. Chocolate candies from around the world. check some of those out. Check out your local international market, see what you can find. Also, look down your international aisle in your grocery store. You may be surprised at what treasures you are able to pick up very easily from around the world. Sushi's still checking everything out, so I will catch you next time.